about this painting that I'm working on. This is part of my Wild Satellite series, in which a cat builds his own satellite from junk and wanders through different worlds to see what's out there. The series is inspired by my late cat Milo, who seemed too big for this apartment. He seemed like a cat who liked to be outdoors at one point in his life, and he had a lot of complex thoughts, it seemed like. And while keeping a cat indoors is largely about not just his safety from all of the many predators that are outside, but also preventing harm to the local ecosystem, but it still feels really strange to keep an animal captive. And so when he died of heart failure, I started drawing him a lot in these little adventurous environments as a way to extend his life and give him what he probably dreamed about at night, is to wander and see new things and visit new places and go on adventures. And in this painting, I wanted to make something kind of busy because I was thinking about Where's Waldo books and how fun they used to be. I thought it'd be fun to add a Where's Milo aspect to some of my paintings, where I would insert him somewhere and it would give people something to do. It would make it a more interactive piece of art. Of course, I find Where's Waldo images to be awfully busy and hard to look at, so I didn't really want to commit full Where's Waldo, and I wanted this piece to be bigger than this. I just don't have the supplies right now to make it bigger. So this is kind of just a test. Painting full of bees buzzing around teacup orchids. Why are they teacup orchids? In the last video, I talked a little bit about practicing creativity, and my piece of advice was to just open a sketchbook and just to doodle. Whatever comes to mind, just complete nonsense, nothing good, just junk. And I was on a bus for a few hours, and so I actually successfully was able to doodle in a sketchbook and fill several pages with nonsense doodles, which is not something that comes easy to me, but it worked. And one of the things that I did actually was kind of interesting. This teacup flower and this bee, something I'm just kind of calling a bundlebee, because his job is to carry the excess tea that the other bumblebees are gathering, if that makes sense. I mean, it's not supposed to make sense, but I just thought it was kind of fun to have just regular bees and then have a different type of bee that is more visually interesting. It has branches with little hooks for dewdrops of tea. But yeah, Milo is not particularly hidden in this picture. In fact, I found it difficult to fit him in there in a way that wasn't quite so obvious. I guess that is the challenge of it, wrestling with the concept of a Where's Milo painting. If only because if I were to hang that out of context, like in a gallery or something, I would love to have a piece that is interactive in this way, to make people stop and look longer and to take away something from it, like remember it and maybe wish for more of it. And I thought that this would be a really fun way to do that. I just don't know if that would work out of context, because no one is going to know to look for something, right? So in this case, he seems pretty obvious and easy to notice, as this is my way of sort of just easing into the idea of doing something like this. And how would you do that in a gallery piece, right? People wouldn't necessarily want to take home a beautiful landscape with a legend in the corner of a painting, right? So I could maybe submit it as a diptych, where one big piece is the landscape and then I have a small one off to the side to give context for the first one. I'm wondering how the Arts Council, for example, would handle something like that. I personally think it would be really, really fun. I think that would be a really cool show to invite your friends to be like, oh yes, here is a room full of Where's Milo paintings. You know, the first person who can find them all gets, some kind of fun award or something, I think that would be really fun. And busy artworks is not my strength. I painted this one sort of weirdly. I did like a foreground layer first because I knew that if something was colored, I would actually see it. If I'd painted every single bee in this with pencil lines, it would be really, really hard for me to discern one line from the next when you're so focused and working into it. But I just got so excited about working on this. It took me out of my personal artwork boycott that I was sort of doing all of February, and I was able to prove to myself that the advice of just doodling in a sketchbook to increase creativity and maybe come up with new ideas, it actually works. I think that this concept is kind of adorable, and it was just me randomly combining things that don't really go together or really work in real life. That stuff is perfect for this series that really, really demands that you suspend disbelief for a second. Except that this world is not quite right, you know? Let me know in the comments what you think about this idea. Chat about this whole Where's Waldo concept in general. I really enjoyed those books. I liked the little word puns that you would see from time to time in the drawings. Looking at them now, they're actually pretty ugly, but I definitely passed a bunch of time just going through Where's Waldo books and looking at all the little pictures. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. I also sell original art, sketchbooks, really nice prints, handmade calendars, pet commissions, and even some one-of-a-kind wearable art jewelry. I also have a sketchbook club on Patreon, where we fill our sketchbooks according to a theme, and some tiers even get original sketches mailed to them.